So this new moon is asking us one simple question. How much pleasure are you able to experience and squeeze out of your life? Welcome back, Astro fam. Today we are talking about the new moon in Taurus happening on May 7th. This is my favorite new moon of 2024. It is filled with the energy of luxury, indulgence, pleasure, and just experiencing all the goodness out of life. We'll be breaking that all down today. If you're returning back to my channel, welcome back. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to be your guide through the cosmic weather. If you're new to my channel, I'm Mandy Rose. I'm a relational astrologer, which essentially means when I'm talking about the current cosmic weather, I'm doing it through a lens of ultimately helping you have better relationships, the one you have with yourself and the people around you, because you understand what is going on up in the sky and how that may be impacting us here as souls on Earth. So today, as we're navigating the new moon, you may want to grab your birth chart. I'll be giving you some degree points later on when we get into the specifics, so you can see how this new moon may be impacting you personally. I'm also going to be doing a general overview of the energy that we're going to be feeling around this time as we move into the new moon in Taurus. We have the exciting lottery aspect that just happened, and this energy is actually going to propel us and move us towards this new moon in Taurus, bringing even more prosperity and abundance to us, really setting that new foundation in the direction of our life that Taurus rules. Now, usually I do my 5 fun facts for each new and full moon, but today we're going to switch it up and I'm going to tell you the 5 things I'm absolutely loving about this new moon in Taurus, since it is my favorite one of the year. And I'll be giving you some rituals and activities that you can do around the time of this lunation. It is such a beautiful energy to work with, to bring more pleasure and abundance into our life, because this new moon is ruled by Venus. And at the end of the video, of course, I'll be breaking down all the rising signs to help you understand what area of your life and what relationships specifically will be getting this brand new, beautiful, fresh start energy of the new moon in Taurus. So let's kick it off with the basics so you know when to expect this energy. This new moon in Taurus, like I mentioned, is happening on May 7th. Specifically at 11:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're going to want to go ahead and adjust that for your time zone. Now, as we're looking at the chart of the new moon in Taurus, we can see that the sun and the moon are at 18 degrees and they are squeezed between Venus on one side at 10 degrees of Taurus and Uranus and Jupiter just coming out of that lottery aspect at the final degrees of Taurus. So that new moon is squeezed between the benefic planets of Venus and Jupiter, bringing in the energy of change, of breakthroughs, of disruption, of Uranus, all playing into this energy. So go ahead and check your birth chart and see if, first of all, you have any planets in the zodiac energy of Taurus. If you do, they most likely will be impacted by this new moon, and we'll get more into that in the specifics. But you want to specifically look at 18 degrees if you have any planets near that point in your chart of Taurus, and 21 degrees of Taurus, and that is where that lottery aspect happened. So let's go ahead and zoom out and look at the overview, the energy that we're feeling and experiencing as we move into this new moon in Taurus. Now, the biggest thing as we're moving into this energy is we are coming out of eclipse season. All that chaotic, volatile, unexpected energy that we were experiencing in April through the Aries area of our chart with the eclipses and Mercury retrograde and all that Chiron healing that was necessary for us to move into the next chapter of our life is wrapping up. And now we have this fresh new beginning, the new moon in Taurus, the first lunation as we're moving out of this ecliptic portal and saying, hey, let's sow some seeds. Let's make life more beautiful. Let's bring some pleasure back into our experiences so we can ground and earth into the new chapters of our life that are going to unfold from the crazy, chaotic shifts of that eclipse season. Now, this new moon is also piggybacking off the lottery aspect that happened back on 4/20, also in the zodiac energy of Taurus, which really began this new beginning, this new energy for us to feel and experience the shift and changes in the Taurus area of our life. And now we're moving into this new moon saying, let's set those new intentions. Let's be clear. Let's make this area of life even more beautiful. The new moon in Taurus is our financial new moon of the year, because Taurus rules over our finances and creating structure and creating wealth and creating abundance and creating beautiful, luxurious things in our life. So this brings that financial aspect, the new foundations we want to set, the new intentions that we have. This is such a beautiful new moon to set those manifestations into motion, to really get working on the desires that we have for the future. building those strong, stable foundations with Taurus being an earth energy. So let's dive in a little bit more into Taurus energy, the new moon energy that we're going to be feeling. Now, Taurus is that earth sign, and it's symbolized by the bull because it is like anchoring down into what we truly want. When we have something in our life that is pleasurable or feels good or feels comfortable or is stable, we don't want to change it, right? If you have a relationship that is so good, you don't want to lose it. If you have your favorite food, you don't want to have to go on a diet and give it up. If you like to indulge in certain music or certain scents, and then all of a sudden that is changed in your environment, it feels chaotic. It feels disruptive. When we find what we like, what we enjoy, and what brings us pleasure, we don't want to change it. And Taurus, therefore, is a fixed energy. And so it's hard to shift and move away from things and acknowledge that, hey, maybe there's something better out there that would actually bring me more pleasure. Maybe the old version of me doesn't like that anymore, doesn't value it anymore. And now I have to shift and change and value something else. And so that is a big energy we can feel with this Taurus new moon. Now, the other thing, because Taurus rules the financial markets, it rules our wealth, it rules our income, it rules our material possessions, we have an opportunity at the new moon in Taurus every year to set new intentions for these areas of our life. Are you craving a new income stream? Are you craving a different way in which you make income? Are you craving a material possession that you've been wanting to buy or purchase or accumulate in some way? Are you wanting maybe to switch out something that you already own for something better, get an upgrade, right? Have a more luxurious version of the thing that you already possess. This new moon in Taurus really allows us to upgrade the things in our life that could bring us more pleasure, more abundance. Now, the other thing to acknowledge with Taurus energy around the new moon is that it really relates to a lot of self-worth and also the energy of having enough. Sometimes with this Taurus energy, we can get into hoarding or feeling like we need more to be happy, need more to have abundance, need more to have pleasure. But this Taurus energy really asks us to go back to the foundation, to the simple things in life. Taurus rules Mother Nature, rules the earth. And so sometimes it is literally just sitting outside in the sun, listening to the birds, smelling a flower, hugging a tree. Maybe it is just sitting down with your family and laughing and having a good home-cooked meal. It doesn't always have to be the Michelin star restaurant. This is really about going back and finding pleasure in the simple things, the small things, in the things that you have control over, and really soaking that up, squeezing the pleasure out of your life. Taurus is ruled by Venus, so she is the ruler of this new moon. And Venus wants to bring beauty into our life, wants to infuse pleasure, wants us to attract and magnetize and pull to us the things that we value. And sometimes we have to find and sometimes we have to look for pleasure in every moment, in everything, regardless of our situation. And Taurus also loves consistency. It is the energy of slow and steady wins the race. So right now, this isn't about having the nice, expensive thing in the moment. It's about working for it consistently over time and finding the pleasures in the journey, in the now, and then soaking that up in feeling pleasure in this moment and the next moment and the moment after that. And as we're feeling more pleasure, life feels more beautiful. As life feels more beautiful, we start to attract things to us that are beautiful, which creates more beauty in our life, which then gives us more pleasure. The more pleasure we have, the higher our vibration, the more people are magnetized to us, and the cycle continues over time. And we build this self-sustaining life that feels good because we got into the frequency at this new moon in Taurus of finding pleasure in the simple things in the current moment, regardless of our scenario, because we are not where we want to be yet. We had these eclipses and that was just the beginning. It was just the spark. We have a long way to go for a lot of us in what we desire, whether that's a relationship, whether it's a career, whether it is where you want to live, whether it's having children and you're on that journey. We are just getting started with what we truly want. And so we can't wait until then to feel pleasure. This new moon is asking us to do it now, to feel it now. So this is super exciting. Now, when it comes to relationships, I absolutely love infusing the energy of Taurus into our relationships, because Taurus, again, is all about feeling pleasure. It is the sensory experience that we have in our relationships. When you are sitting talking to someone, are you present? Are you looking them in the eye? That is that Taurus energy of being strong and sturdy and being in the moment with somebody. Are you affectionate with them? Are you telling them and sharing with them how much you love them, how much you value them, right? Ruled by Venus, valuing somebody. If you are not communicating that in your relationships, you can't have that strong, sturdy foundation, because then people are wondering, do they like me? Do they not like me? You're critiquing me, but you don't tell me that you're interested in me. We really have to infuse this Venusian energy of value and appreciation into our relationships, letting the other person know that. It is also the energy of sensuality, right? So in your most intimate and romantic relationships, taking the time to indulge in the pleasures of that person, right? Just hugging them an extra minute, smelling their cologne, their perfume on their body, listening to their voice, truly listening to them, experiencing the relationship through your senses, touching them, hugging them, loving on them. This is all that Taurus energy that relationships must have if we want the depth and the permanence and the foundation and the longevity of our romantic partnerships. The other concept we have to understand with relationships in regard to Taurus energy is, does it feel safe? Taurus energy is all about stability and comfort. If you are in relationships where you never know where you stand and there's chaos and there's disruption, that is not Venusian. That is not pleasure. That cannot be an energy of beauty in the relationship if it feels chaotic. So really asking yourself in your relationships, how can we create more safety? How can there be more comfort for one another? How can there be more this infusion of understanding and elements of safety within the relationship? Working on those during this new moon in Taurus is really going to help set those new intentions to create more longevity in your relationships. So I want to share with you now my top 5 things that I love about this new moon. You can tell that I'm so passionate about Taurus energy. I am currently drinking the Taurus tea. If you want to know what heaven in a cup tastes like, this tea is the one for you. It has strawberry, rose hips, lavender, eucalyptus, a red raspberry leaf. It is a Venusian tea. It feels so good to smell, so good to taste. It helps with the thyroid and our hormones, because that is the body part that Taurus rules. So heaven in a cup, if you're curious or interested, you want to get your hands on some, you'll find it in the description box below. It is part of my astrology tea collection, because I just love infusing this Venusian and feminine energy into my life, into my relationships, and drinking the Taurus tea is an easy way to do that. I'm drinking it throughout the entire Taurus sun season. Taurus rules my 7th house of relationships. So on date nights or when I spend intimate time with my partner, I love drinking the Taurus tea, and especially around this new moon to really set those new intentions. So let's get into it. My top 5 things that I absolutely love about this new moon in Taurus. The first one is that the new moon in Taurus rules over everything that we love as humans here on Earth School. It rules over all the finer things, the luxurious things, the sensual things, the pleasure things that make life worth living. We're talking about our money, our material possessions that we love to buy. We're talking about our assets and resources that create long-term wealth. We're talking about Mother Nature. We're talking about plant medicine, holistic healing, health. We're talking about arts and aesthetic and fashion. We're talking about our creative projects and things that we like to make beautiful in this life. So everything that brings pleasure to us is ruled by Taurus. So of course, I love this new moon as a new opportunity to infuse more new things and set new intentions around all the things that I love. The second thing I love about this new moon in Taurus that is unique to 2024 is that at the time of this new moon, we have no challenging or hard aspects in the sky, meaning none of the other life coaches are challenging this energy. This is really all the planets in cooperation saying we are in full support of you adding more pleasure, beauty, and harmony to the Taurus area of your life. This is a new fresh start, a new beginning of really calling in and attracting all the things that we love. So that is amazing at this time. The third thing I love about this new moon in Taurus that is unique to 2024 is that it is very close to the same degree point as that lottery aspect. So it infuses that unexpected lottery energy, this feeling that anything is possible, having faith, having this optimistic belief that magic can happen, that anything can happen at any time, that launches us into our future, that opportunities are everywhere. Even if we don't see them, they can come out of left field. And this new moon is really infusing that intention into our new beginning, into our new chapter. And I just love it at this time. The fourth thing I love about the new moon in Taurus every single year is it gives us an opportunity to change something that is usually fixated. Like I mentioned, Taurus is a fixed sign, and we don't like to change things if we found comfort or value in them before. But this gives us an opportunity every year to say, hey, is there something that needs to get unstuck or changed in that fixed Taurus area of your life based on your birth chart? And now we have this new intention setting opportunity to attract and magnetize things into our life that help shift it from one pleasure to a new pleasure, something we used to value into something we value more. So this is an exciting energy to break us out of stuck, stagnant energy and just to upgrade and up level the Taurus area of our life. The fifth thing I love about this new moon in Taurus is that it's ruled by Venus. And Venus, as our primary life coach for this lunation, is really saying, I'm here to help you make life more beautiful. Let's attract. We don't have to force. We have to be in the feminine energy to raise our vibration, to be magnetic, to be beautiful, and then life will happen for us. And so it's the reminder with her ruling this new moon to say, we can do that. We have to tap into our feminine energy. So much goodness and juiciness at this time. Let's go ahead and pull up the chart, dive into the specifics. If you have your birth chart handy, this is where you can look to see if you have any planets in the sky near where this lunation is happening and maybe where the other planets are influencing the energy of this new moon. So the first thing we always do is we look for the sun and the moon. We see them conjunct. That symbolizes the new moon. They're conjunct at 18 degrees of Taurus. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, that's where you want to look in your birth chart. Do you have any planets in that area of the sky? Now, like I mentioned, we have Venus at 10 degrees of Taurus on one side and Uranus still at 22 degrees of Taurus and Jupiter, who's moved on a little bit further to 25 degrees of Taurus. So if you have any planets in the zodiac energy of Taurus, essentially between 7 degrees of Taurus all the way to about 28 degrees of Taurus, they're getting impacted by the influence of one of these 4 planets at the time of this new moon. So we ultimately have this stellium, this pile up of energy in Taurus, really highlighting and infusing the Taurus area of your life. So make sure you know what Taurus rules for you. The new moon brings new beginnings. We are in the sun season of Taurus, which heats up and illuminates and sheds a spotlight on this area of our life. Venus is here saying, let's make it beautiful. Let's make it pleasurable. Let's make sure that this area of life is everything that we want it to be. And Uranus has been here since 2019, really shaking up this area of our life, throwing us for curveballs, helping us break out of stuck habits, bringing in newness, moving us towards our future in this area of our life. So he is a very important figure, especially in the month of May, moving out of that lottery aspect. And then we see Jupiter at 25 degrees, and Jupiter has been here since May of last year saying, let's expand, let's grow. I'm going to bring you some opportunities, some blessing, some abundance to this area of your life. And now all of that is coming to fruition, is coming to culmination, and we're really able to set this new intention, set this new beginning. Also, we see here again, no hard aspects. No one is challenging what's going on in the Taurus area of our life, but rather they're actually supporting this energy. We have Saturn over in Pisces at 17 degrees in a sextile to the new moon. When the planets are in a sextile, they are in harmony, they're in full agreement. Saturn is in full support. And what does Saturn do? He says, let's make it happen. Let's do the work. Let's be disciplined. Let's be committed. Let's start a new foundation, a new structure to bring more beauty and pleasure into our life. Let's do the work that is necessary to create the long-term success of this thing that we're setting new intentions around that will ultimately bring more beauty into our life so we can feel more pleasure in our life and have all the things that we want to attract to us. So I love that Saturn's in support. And then we also see Mercury and Chiron in a conjunction at this time in Aries. Remember, Mercury is out of retrograde, so we are thinking clearer, we're having conversations, we're signing new contracts, we're getting to know people. We are in full go mode mentally. But at this moment, at this new moon, Mercury is having to deal with past hurts, wounds, traumas, triggers, things that are still holding us back, because Chiron is the healer. And so maybe right now you're realizing mentally you're the one sabotaging your own pleasure. You're the one preventing yourself from experiencing the abundance and the blessings of life, because you're focused mentally on the pain, on the hurts, on the wounds, on the old things. And we're having to heal that right now. We're trying to create new thought patterns. Isn't it better to think about something beautiful in your life than it is something that you're miserable about? Isn't it easier and beautiful and pleasurable to think about what you're grateful for than to be mad or upset for what you don't have yet? This is the shift mentally we have to make to find the beauty around us, to find the pleasure in every moment, to be present, to be really in that expansive, grateful manifestation mode, so we can be on that vibration of Venus, of attracting and pulling in the things that we desire. And this really needs to be the new moon, the new beginning, the new fresh starts, to get into that energy so we can move forward and call in all the things that we desire, and specifically in the Taurus area of our life. So that is so exciting. That is pretty much the energy. All the planets make it very clear that we are here to answer that one simple question. How much pleasure are you able to experience and squeeze out of your life in every moment? So I'm going to give you some rituals and activities that you can do around the time of this new moon, that you can incorporate into your life, that can become a part of your habit for the long term, so you can continue feeling this beautiful Venusian energy that is being infused at the time of this new moon. So the first thing I would do at this time is have a delicious meal. This isn't about having a cheap meal. This is about having something that fills your heart and soul up with goodness. It could be a meal from your mother that she used to bake all the time. Maybe it's an ancestral recipe. Maybe it's something you absolutely love cooking. It brings you joy when you get to make it. Maybe it's not something that you cook. Maybe it's something you bake. Baking your favorite cookies, baking a cake for someone, showing someone you love or appreciate them through food. So using food and a delicious meal to tingle all your senses and infuse that Venusian love and pleasure into your life would be so good at the time of this new moon. Now, if you're someone that loves Michelin restaurants and you find that beautiful and luxurious and pleasurable, you go have at it. But a nice home-cooked meal being present with your family is just really experiencing the indulgence of the goodness of the blessings of life at this time. Now, the second thing I would do around the time of this new moon is to get into a Zen-like, spa-like state. This could be going to a spa and just indulging in the hot and the cold baths and a massage, and just sitting there sipping your cucumber water and listening to the serene music and smelling the eucalyptus in the air. That would be excellent, amazing. But it doesn't have to be that complex. It literally could be making your home feel like a spa environment, right? Drawing a hot bath, putting your favorite essential oils in, lighting a candle, putting some mood music on, putting some low lights on, and just having a spa moment at home. Get creative, get into your feminine energy, decorate your house in pink or purples or Venusian kind of themes like corals and greens from Mother Nature, bringing some plants in your home. Like, make your home a spa night would be absolutely beautiful, or go to the spa around the time of this new moon. And the third thing to really call in the abundance and the juiciness of this new moon is to beautify your spaces. Declutter, get rid of anything that you look at that doesn't make your home feel beautiful or luxurious. The things that are old, the things that are broken, the things that don't serve you, that you don't value, but you just haven't cleaned them out yet, get them out. Go into your car, clean out the clutter in your car, at your work desk, clean out the things that make you frustrated or you don't want to look at. Clear the top of the desk, put things in drawers. Making your home so beautiful at this time will bring in that Venusian energy, will clear your energetic field of old clutter, old stagnant energy, and help prepare you for the infusion of goodness and juiciness in your environment. Think about in your relationships. Do you feel sexy with your partner when your room is a mess and there's socks thrown over the chair and there's cups all over the nightstand? No, in order to feel juiciness and goodness and luxurious in our life, it has to be free and clear of clutter. So do that at this new moon. It'll be absolutely perfect. If you need some inspo, think of like making your home feel like a hotel, a luxurious, nice hotel. That's the vibe we're going for. So with all of that, we're going to wrap it up. Find the luxuries, the indulgence, the pleasures, attract, step into your feminine. I think you get the message. I'm going to send you guys so much love and light. I hope this new moon really makes you feel good at this time. I hope you can find the pleasures in your life, the gratitude, the simplicities. We can all go outside and indulge in Mother Nature no matter how much money we have. We can all love the people in our life and find goodness in their heart and in our relationships, no matter where we're at. We can all really discover little tiny ways in every moment to feel the beautiful things in life. I love taking the lens of relationships when it comes to the current cosmic weather, but even more so during one-on-one readings. So if there's someone in your life you would love to do a compatibility reading with, this could be parents and their children, romantic couples, it could be business partners, anyone in your life that you want to understand how to mesh and blend and understand one another's energies. I love doing those readings. You can find all the information in the description box below to book with me. Thank you so much for being here, for being a part of my Astro family. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and jump into the rising sign forecast, understanding what areas of our life are being impacted by this new moon, what area of life we're supposed to be making more beautiful, and where we can find opportunities to make our relationships more pleasurable. So let's get into it. Aries risings, this new moon in Taurus is bringing pleasure and beauty to your second house, your financial house. So how exciting for you. We are loving the fact that you are able right now to set new intentions on creating new income streams, new ways of making money, acquiring new assets and resources, bringing more beauty to this area of your life. And so relationships in your life right now are meant to help bring this to you. If you feel like relationships aren't benefiting you financially, they're not able to support you in how you're making your money. Maybe you have a partner that is frustrated with how you are making money. Maybe you're having a business partner that isn't supportive of you and your business plans. This is really a time for you to set those new intentions around relationships that have been fixated and stuck around the old ways of you making money and the old values you had around what you desired, and saying, hey, you know what? I've changed what I value. I change how I want to make my money. I want to change this area of my life and have a new beginning here. And so I need the people in my life to be on board with that. This could also be a time where you have new energy, new intentions around new clients that you want to work with, or people that bring money to you in new ways. So beautiful time for you, Aries risings. Good luck. What a beautiful financial time for you, especially with the lottery aspect that happened in this area of your chart. Taurus risings, this is your new moon of the year. This is absolutely amazing. This is your new moon where you get to set new intentions about who you want to be in the next year. How do you want to be seen? How do you want to attract people to you? This is a beautiful new energy. If you want to do a glow up, change your wardrobe, cut your hair, this is really a time where you get that avatar up level, right? And you get to really see how you are showing up in the world and how are people responding to you. You can be very magnetic at this time. You can really get out there and just people see you in a more beautiful light. So this is a beautiful energy, especially after the lottery aspect that brought some unexpected opportunities into your life. With that lottery aspect in your first house, this is an opportunity for you to really have abundance and opportunity in any area of your life. And this new moon is setting that new intention for the new identity, the new version of you that has to exist after receiving the blessings and the abundance and the new chapters that are opening up for you right now. So example, if you win the lottery and you want to go buy $1 million home, you got to have a new identity as a person who lives in $1 million neighborhood. This is the vibe for you, my Taurus rising. So sending you so much love and light. What a good time for you as you go through your glow up at this new moon. Gemini risings, this new moon in Taurus is happening in your 12th house. It's a little bit more behind the scenes for you. This is about you really setting new intentions and finding pleasure and beauty in your life when it comes to people that support you on a mental level, a spiritual level, an emotional level, or even on a project or something you're working on trying to launch into your life. So really looking at the relationships that make these areas feel more safe, secure, and comfortable, because this is the Taurus area of your life. We're looking at your mental health, right? Really working right now, new beginnings, new fresh starts in how you see yourself, how you are sabotaging yourself, maybe around some addictions, what people in your life are supporting this change, this new beginning that you're needing to do, and breaking some of these negative habits. We're also looking at relationships that support you spiritually. Is there someone in your life that you're wanting to go to church with? Maybe it's a mentor that's helping guide you in meditative practices or yoga, or helping you with chakra balancing. We're really looking at new relationships that support the mental, spiritual, and physical aspects of yourself, helping you up level in these areas of your life, because we have the lottery aspect here. And so you maybe received a lot of intuitive downloads. Maybe you had this $1 million business idea that you got through a meditation. Maybe there's all these ideas flowing behind the scenes, and you're now needing a new relationship, a new partnership to help you bring these things behind the scenes to life. And so this be a beautiful opportunity to set an intention to find these people that make you feel safe and secure, that help you with addictive habits and self-sabotage, and help you bring something from behind the scenes out into the light. So good luck, Gemini Risings. I can't wait to see what you create as Jupiter moves into your first house and blows you up in your new avatar, in your new identity at the end of May. Cancer Risings, this new moon in Taurus happens in your 11th house. This is your house of friendships, communities, and tribes, but it's also your future. This is this new beginning, new fresh start to make your future look even more beautiful, to infuse even more pleasure and goodness into what you want to create, what you desire. This is also going to bring a lot of beautiful friendships into your life, people that help you feel more safe and secure, that bring more stability into your life. This is an area of life that once you have friends, you stick with them. Taurus ruling your 11th house is like friends for life. You don't like to change friendship groups. But sometimes as we evolve and as we grow and as we find new things more valuable, you need some help by the cosmic energy to shift and find new friends. So this could be a time right now where you're really setting intentions to attract and pull in people into your life that bring more pleasure, more joy, more abundance, and really working with that energy, especially after the lottery aspect happened in this area of your life. Maybe you were connected with a new social group. Maybe you were able to meet a friend of a friend and they're helping you with opportunities. They were a blessing in disguise. So working through that energy, and it's really going to magnetize and bring more goodness into what you're creating in the next chapter of your life. So good luck, my Cancer Risings. I hope you meet an amazing new tribe of people that support you, love you, and make your life more beautiful. Leo Risings, this new moon in Taurus happens in your 10th house, your career house, your purpose, your mission, your legacy, how you are seen in the world, the title that you're called. And this is really exciting because we have this energy for you to make life more beautiful through your work, through your career. If you're wanting a new beginning, maybe you want a promotion, maybe you want to change industries, having Taurus in your 10th house is really you discovering how through your work you make other people's lives more beautiful, more pleasurable. This could be in beautiful industries like finance, right? Making people feel more safe and secure with their assets and resources, fashion, interior design, arts, makeup, beauty, aesthetics. All of these things are great industries for you. And this could be a beautiful time for you to open up new doors and new possibilities and new chapters to do that, to have a legacy and a reputation around bringing pleasure and beauty into people's lives. This comes after the lottery aspect, which could have brought you a sudden unexpected twist in your career sector, helping you move towards this new chapter for you. So I'm really excited. Let me know, my Leo Risings, if you're in an industry that is Taurus ruled, or do you want to go into one of these industries that's Taurus ruled? Let me know in the comments below. Virgo Risings, this puts the new moon in Taurus in your 9th house. This is your area of life about getting out of your comfort zone, expanding, exploring, trying out new things, being spontaneous, being adventurous, and really setting new intentions around your belief systems, your philosophy, your view on life. This is a mental new moon for you. If you want life to feel more pleasurable and more beautiful, we got to change our mindset. We got to change the way that we view the world. So this is going to come down to a lot of gratitude work, getting a new perspective, a shift on life, like traveling to a third world country and doing some humanitarian work and saying, oh my gosh, I have it so good. or it's traveling to another country and seeing how much they value the earth and eat clean foods, or how they value family. Really changing your value system right now through life experiences and getting out of your comfort zone and trying out new things that is going to mentally shift and shape the way that you see the world, and that's how you're bringing in pleasure and beauty. This comes after the lottery aspect, so maybe you did get an unexpected opportunity to change locations, to check a bucket list item off your to check an item off your bucket list, or to really go on an adventure somewhere. And if you did, take it, because this new moon is going to help you set new intentions that's going to ultimately make your life feel more beautiful by doing the thing that's out of your comfort zone. So sending you a lot of love, Virgo Risings. I know that's not usually your jam, but get out of your comfort zone. This is a great time. It will bring such magnetic energy into your life. Libra Risings, this puts this new moon in Taurus in your 8th house. This is your taboo spaces, and this is your opportunity to have more vulnerability in your life, to really become more intimate with another person, because Taurus rules sensuality and pleasure, right? And the 8th house is our sex life. It's what we share with other people. It's our fears. It's our subconscious wounds. And so right now you can go into those deep, dark spaces of your life and say, how do I make this more pleasurable? It also rules your finances. So maybe you need to do a deep dive into some loans or debts that you have. Maybe you get an inheritance. Maybe your partner gets some new money. This comes after that lottery aspect. So really you could at this time be getting a sudden unexpected shift of your money. And that is allowing you to bring new pleasure and new beauty into your life. Now, my Libra risings, out of anyone in the zodiac that could possibly win the lottery at the lottery aspect, it was you. But we have to understand that what financial changes might be happening, some lucky breaks that are happening, we want to be smart at this new moon to set new intentions of what we want to do with that is building long-term beauty and pleasure in our life. We don't want to blow it all. We want to plant the seeds to let it continue growing. And when it comes to relationships, making sure that you're able to go into those intimate, deep spaces at this time with the people in your life that you share things with. Sharing those deep relationships with, sharing finances with, sharing your fears with, setting new intentions to make that feel more beautiful and less scary is totally optimal for you. So Libra risings, sending you so much love and light as you go into the darkness and make it more beautiful. Scorpio risings, the new moon in Taurus every single year is your relationship moon of the year, because this happens in your 7th house. So any new beginnings and new intentions you want to set around your current romantic relationships, business partnerships, collaborations, this is the time to infuse that new energy into them. Maybe you want to set intentions about having a new relationship, a new long-term partnership, changing something that has been fixed for a while. Because once you get into relationship and partnership, you don't like to change it. Taurus is grounded, it's stable, it is stubborn, and you don't like to break out of your habit. But sometimes as the new moon, but every year as this new moon in Taurus rolls around, it's asking you, do you want to shift something? Do you want to set a new beginning in your relationships or create a new relationship that you want to attract in that will ultimately make your life more beautiful, more pleasurable, and more harmonious? So really working with this energy at this time. Now it comes after the lottery aspect, so you could have had a sudden shift, an unexpected surprise within your relationship that moves it forward in a big way, or maybe a new person came out of nowhere and rocked your world, because Uranus has been in your relationship sector since 2019. So you've maybe had some twists and turns and left field things happening in your deepest partnerships. But this new moon is really giving you that opportunity to say, hey, what newness did I discover? What opportunity came to me in partnership? And how do I want to anchor it down, ground it for long-term success? And ultimately, to do that, we have to make sure it's beautiful, pleasurable, and has a strong, sturdy foundation. So good luck, Scorpio risings, and may your relationships be so beautiful, and may you anchor them for the long term. Sagittarius risings, this new moon in Taurus happens in your 6th house. This is the house of your health, wellness, and day-to-day habits. So we're looking at relationships that support your overall well-being. What new beginning, what new intention do you need to set in your relationships to bring more beauty and pleasure to them and ultimately to your day-to-day life? Maybe you've had some coworkers that have not been very nice to work with, and now you're trying to discover new ways to see the beauty in them. Be grateful for them. Infuse some pleasure into your work life so you can just get on with it and not deal with all that chaos. So for example, maybe you have some coworkers that you don't enjoy working with, but this new moon is saying, hey, we got to find the good in everyone, right? If we got to work with these people, we're going to squeeze the beauty out of life. We're going to squeeze the pleasure out of life and just be kind. And that way it makes my work life, my daily routines more pleasurable. And also we're dealing a lot with your physical health at this time, with the lottery aspect bringing maybe an unexpected surprise or twist or turn to your habits, to your supplements, to your workout plan. Maybe someone came into your life that helps you get this area back on track. And so at this new moon, really setting new intentions to create better habits, better routines for your overall well-being. Finding people that can support you in that would be optimal. Attracting in people like therapists or personal trainers or mentors in this overall area of your life. So my Sagittarius risings, may you get some beauty and pleasure when it comes to your day-to-day, when it comes to your health, and that you feel so much wellness and goodness and juiciness with this. Capricorn risings, this new moon in Taurus lands in your 5th house, your fun house. So we are talking about the areas of life like your creative passion projects, who you're dating, your dating life, your inner child, your children, and your hobbies, what you like to do for fun. And this is a chance for you to really set new intentions to bring more beauty and more pleasure into these aspects. So if there's a passion project you're wanting to create, finding more beautiful energy in your life to tap into your feminine, be in your playful zone of genius. Do you like to dance or paint or sing? Do you like to draw? Do you like to sew? What do you like to create? Getting into your feminine energy to make your life feel more beautiful. That's not always attached to finances. However, because this is a financial new moon, you could find a way to prosper financially on a beautiful new project that you're creating. This also begins a new energy around your children. If you are wanting to, find more love in your life with them, connecting with them deeper, being more present with them. If you are single and you're trying to date, this is a beautiful energy, a new beginning to really start getting out there. You will be more magnetic, getting into that vibration, that feminine energy, whether you're male or female, right? Just getting into that soft, beautifying energy, going on luxurious vacations, getting new hobbies that literally bring pleasure and joy into your life. And also, I do want to say that this energy, and also this new moon comes after the lottery aspect. So you may have a sudden surprise pregnancy announcement. You have a sudden unexpected opportunity to create a project. You may have some hobby or opportunity to start a new hobby that came out of nowhere. Give it a go at this new moon, really anchoring down and setting new intentions on literally having more fun and joy in your life is so optimal at this time. So good luck, my Capricorn rising. Aquarius risings, this new moon in Taurus happens in your 4th house. This is your area of home and family. This is setting new intentions, creating new foundations, new solid beginnings that can last a really long time on making your home more beautiful, more pleasurable. So it could be doing renovation projects, DIY projects, doing a new construction project. Maybe it is selling your home and buying a beautiful new home. This could be increasing your assets in your real estate portfolio, like buying an investment property or something that helps support your home in some way to increase value or worth within your home. This also rules your family life. So this could be a big new energy, a new intention around creating more pleasure within the family, people connecting more, getting together more, being more grateful for family. All these things could happen at this new moon. Now it comes after the lottery aspect. So maybe you had an unexpected opportunity to sell your home and you weren't meaning to, but now at this new moon, you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to do that because my intention is to have this home that would actually bring me more pleasure, more joy. Understanding what you value at this time. Maybe you don't value having a big home. You'd rather have a tiny home or an RV. Some reassessment of values and then moving forward and setting the intention that's in alignment with that is optimal at this time. So good luck, my Aquarius risings. Pisces risings, this new moon in Taurus happens in your 3rd house. So we're looking at the area of life that deals with your mind, dealing with how you communicate, express, speak, share information with other people. And Taurus is wanting you to share things that are beautiful, help make people's life more pleasurable with your wisdom, with your knowledge, with your words. This is a beautiful time for you right now to write books and create or start a podcast that helps someone's life be more beautiful. It could be a DIY organization podcast or YouTube. It could be a fashion podcast or YouTube. It could be something around finances. How do you know? You generally know about these areas of your life with Taurus ruling your third house, and you're good at expressing and communicating that to other people. So capitalizing that and starting that right now at this new moon would be so optimal for you. Also, are you wanting to learn something that is related to Taurus, like holistic health and healing, finances, something about Mother Nature? These would be great avenues to start exploring and learning and gaining wisdom on that you can ultimately teach. And that could be your financial opportunity that is uncovered after you set this intention at this new moon. Now, of course, this comes after the lottery aspect that happened here, and that really opened up new opportunities possibly for you to speak, share, educate, or learn about something in your life. And so now you are setting the intention to move forward with that. So what a beautiful energy, Pisces risings.